as of this date, I mean, this, you ask, where we been, and we've been a long way. Um, more than I even thought of. I knew these people were pretty, you know, pretty strong, but we've had, of the 350 that were impacted, of those we had 130 houses that were destroyed. We had 51 that had major damage, and we had 27 had minor damage.
Wait.
Now, as of last week, we had 64 new homes from the ground up.
64 new homes.
Of those, 25 are occupied. The rest are now in various stages of construction. I think it'd be safe.
You think?
It's not going to be, if you look at what we had a 60-year-old frame fertilizer plant that was built in 1950s or something like that. The fertilizer plants of today are steel constructed metal buildings. Anything in the county has to be built, the International Building Code's 2012. Being a new plant, having the ability to put a bunker in there for ammonium nitrate, if you're going to have that, and store it correctly instead of storing it in 50-year-old bins, might help. That fertilizer plant was bagged fertilizer that a farmer came in, put in his pickup,
Oh, really?
and went out to the field. That stuff didn't blow up. That was bagged fertilizer back in the 60s and 70s, 80s. And then comes the 90s, and it goes from a bagged fertilizer plant to a mixing plant that mixes custom chemicals for farmers. Puts it in a trailer with a spreader, and the farmers go out in the fields and use it. That way they have an exact fertilizer blend that they need. That's a mixing plant. Somewhere in those years, it changed from a bagged fertilizer plant to a mixing plant. And when that happened, the whole dynamics of that fertilizer plant changed. From a bag that you throw in the back of the truck to a mixing facility that stored ammonium nitrate. This flag here, that's a great story. Here at the ambulance ambulance shed, that's the original flag that was there that night. And about 2 hours after the explosion, they knew that some of their personnel died. So somebody came over here and put it at half staff. And it's been at half staff since. And that's our come and get it flag, so to speak. So they'll lower them at their open house, open ceremonies, and then display them in some prominent way. But they're about as beat up as this town was. It's a pretty good symbol, I guess. You look at that and you look at this town, it's a pretty good symbol.